Russia has held a military parade in Moscow to mark the 80th anniversary of the defeat of Nazi Germany in World War II. Addressing the event, President Putin sought to link the war and its defence of Russia to the conflict with Ukraine. Despite Western efforts to isolate Russia since its invasion of its neighbour, more than 20 world leaders attended this parade, including the presidents of China and Brazil and the Prime Minister of one European Union country, Slovakia. Ukraine's President Zelensky called the event a parade of cynicism. From Moscow, here's Steve Rosenberg.
First on Red Square, they remembered the 27 million Soviet people killed in World War II. Then they celebrated what they call the Great Victory, the defeat of Nazi Germany 80 years ago. It was a parade, not just about the past, but to show Russia strong now. Up in the stands, the seating plan was symbolic. Vladimir Putin side by side with Xi Jinping. Russia and China closer than ever. No surprise then that Chinese troops were marching too. In a speech, President Putin hailed veterans of World War II, but he said very little about Russia's war in Ukraine. For the first time on Red Square, Russia showcased its drones. And there was lots of more traditional military hardware. But even with all of this, so far, Moscow has been unable to defeat Ukraine, more than 3 years after Russia's full-scale invasion of its neighbour.
For all the muscle flexing and the projection of power, there's been a lot of nervousness here, a lot of concern that Red Square today could be targeted by Ukrainian drone attacks. The Kremlin said it had taken all necessary measures to protect the parade.
So far, Ukraine peace talks haven't stopped the war. But might they?
Russia wants peace. I think our diplomats are working quite a bit on this. And I think it's important that compromises are reached and there is good dialogue to understand the position.
After the parade, Vladimir Putin met officers from North Korea. It's been sending soldiers to help Russia fight Ukraine. Pyongyang, Beijing, these are Russia's allies now. It was Britain and America in World War II. Mind you, war veteran Vasily, who is 99, doesn't seem to trust anyone anymore. For as long as we've lived, he tells me, in the Soviet Union and in Russia, no one lets us live in peace. This is how many Russians see their country. Always the victim, and always the victor. Steve Rosenberg, BBC News, Moscow.